Right, and welcome back to the Livingston career mode on season 4 now already. That's mental. I've got a much longer episode, and I'm going to try and talk more like me. So if you don't know what I'm saying, then just let me know. Just drop a comment. Just tell me, I don't know what you're saying or whatever. But I would imagine that most of my audience is already Scottish anyway. And if no, then I don't know. Let me know where you're from. Or let me know where you're from is the word I should probably use if you're foreign, or just don't understand what I'm saying. But I was kind of gutted to not upload yesterday because I'm kind of limited for space really, because the way these are saved and recorded is through my PlayStation, and I accumulate these clips together, and they're pre-recorded, so that I can just gather the clips together and then put them into a video, and then put them up to YouTube, and then delete them from my PlayStation. So I did want. Then again, I didn't even have any time to play yesterday, because that's the main reason I never uploaded yesterday. I never had any time to myself really yesterday. Was kind of busy, and then when I did get time to myself, it wasn't until 11ish. I think it was about 11ish, and then from there onwards to about 12:30 midnight, up to about 1 in the morning, I was just sitting doing an assessment, and I failed that assessment anyway, mainly because I was just shattered, to be honest. I was absolutely, completely shattered. Had 3 hours sleep as well. Obviously didn't help the situation, being busy all day, going to college, coming home, being busy, and then doing work for an assessment, which I really should have done during the week, but let's be honest, whoever really does assessments, studies for assessments instantly, goes home, just like, right, study, nothing but that. But I've rambled for about 3 minutes. Season 4, now there's going to be big changes to the squad this season. Already had 3 new signings, over 10 changes to the club here. You've got Stephen Saunders leaving, Lucas Scott leaving, Dave Wilson, Nicky Cadden, Mensah, 3 pre-contracts as well, Hayden, Folan and Toure or Mohammed, Reece Nelson leaving as well. So that's over 10 changes of 4 people leaving, 3 people coming in, 5 people leaving, 3 people coming in. And as you probably would have seen at the start, we had Jordan Gray and Krovinovic. We'll call him Krovinovic. So a backup keeper and a star for the future, really, because I think both of them are an exciting prospect. Just obviously Anderson, my main goalkeeper at the moment, is also an exciting prospect, but he's 9 ratings higher, so I'm obviously going to play him. And that's just kind of how I look at it with goalkeepers. Folan and Hayden, because I called him Hayden. Folan, I'm not going to lie, isn't good enough, I don't think. He's 71 rated, but he just doesn't seem good enough. Hayden's a bit more physical than him, but he's not as tall. Both of them can play CDM, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know how I feel about them. Like I was saying earlier though, about the changes to the club, changes to personnel, Cassidy, I had a feeling last season that I wanted to get rid of him. He was never really getting into the team, and then when he was getting into the team, he was very lacklustre in terms of goals and assists. I think he got 1 goal the entire season, and 17 appearances, which just isn't good, although I'm sure a lot of that was coming off the bench. I just didn't think it was good enough for us. Besiktas decided, yeah, we'll take him. We'll drop you a wee offer. We countered. 4.1 million is what the agreement was, and we would have to wait and see if he would leave. Dolly Menga was another player. Had him out on loan for a while, because we had too many strikers. I mean, we had Mensah, Romano was coming through the ranks, Lucas Scott was there. I think Johnny Kindy was there as well when he first left. Casadei, we got 3 million for him to use on our transfer budget, and Dolly Menga left as well for 500k. I'm pretty sure he did leave. We only got like 350k for him, I think. Youth player, was he a youth player? Boyce was sold anyway. Barry Boyce. Pretty sure he was a youth player. If not, that's kind of awkward. Pretty sure he was though. But he left as well, getting extra money for him. Yeah, and Menga sold. We got 400k for him to spend. Obviously, the actual deal was 570k. Dolly Menga, man. I mean, I was watching the Celtic v Livingston game, and he was running about headering people. Why? Why would that be necessary? Can you please explain? Next offer though. Next offer. Nakamura. Obviously no Shunsuke Nakamura that played for Celtic. If it was him, then he wouldn't be 21, he'd be about 43. That's madness, man. He's like 41 or 42 in real life. I think he's 40 actually. But Keito Nakamura, I'll be honest, partially signing him because his name, and partially signing him because I actually think he'll be good. It says he's a right mid. I know you would see, you would have noticed that Jordan Gray, that guy that I signed earlier, also played right mid, but Nakamura can play cam as well, so I think putting him in the middle would probably be a good idea, because I don't think, I mean, he's got a wee bit of pace about him. He's actually got more pace than Jordan Gray, but Jordan Gray has much more potential. So I think Nakamura being in the middle would be good, you know, just as like a backup to Danny in the middle, because I mean, Danny got 11 goals last season in the league. Don't know how many he got in other competitions like Scottish Cup and that. I don't think it was really much of a score in the Scottish Cup actually. Was he? I'm not sure. I would need to look back at the stats for last season to actually tell you. But aye, he was a good player. He was a good player. Who else was in the middle? Cassidy obviously we let go of, but he was very lacklustre. Bobby Burns, absolutely phenomenal. He always does well. Aye, but as you can see, he's got like 81 sprint speed, 83 acceleration, 72 stamina. We're not doing well really when it comes to players having good stamina at the moment. But having plus 80 stamina is rare in this team. Got a very good offer for Tavares though, the Brazilian centre back who was like 5'9". He was also bald. And I've nothing against bald people. It's just he's a youth player, so why is he baldy? It's not like he has really short hair. He just baldy. You know what I mean? But we got over $1 million as an offer for him, and he's a very young player. First game of the season. I'm pretty sure it wasn't even August yet at this point. Up against Kilmarnock, and absolute shocker. Keep in mind, right, now I'm going to say this, spoilers if you've not watched last season. Just give you a couple of wee seconds, right? 2-0 by the way, what a fucking goal that was. Aye. Last season we won the league, right? So I'm thinking, you know, it can only get better and better from here, really. We won the league by about 12 points, I think. 12 points, 15 points. And I'm thinking, aye, we'll probably fly with the league now. So it's all about the Champions League. That's what I was expecting. But this game was making me have serious doubts. If Harold gets a good header, first goal of the season's a fucking cross. I mean, crosses are good in this game. I can't deny it, but I like to have nice looking football, you know what I mean, instead of just... I mean, there's no lumping the ball up front, it's just I like having good long shots, nice wee dribbles and stuff in the box. You know, taking the ball past like 3 or 4 players and then scoring it. Things that I'm pretty sure it was Kilmarnock actually last season that Navarro never done that way. You know, straight for Kakafi, just ran forward, beat everybody on the way there, and then beat the keeper but hit the post. And then when you look at the stats, Kilmarnock never even deserved it. Obviously, not both of their goals were ended up in the back of the net, and none of your shots except that header ended up in the back of the net. I thought that was bullshit, but like I said, it's all about the Champions League. That music. I really love the graphics for the Champions League. I know it's not even a big change to career mode at all. I mean, it's really minor. They could have done this for the Champions Cup, when it was the Champions Cup in the Euro League, when it was that. But I have to admit, this does look nice. Having the actual, you know, licensed Champions League. Same with the Europa League. I think the Europa League's very underrated. Because it's still a European competition. It's obviously not the best in the world, but it would still be good to be involved in a European competition. I wasn't sure who this team were, if I'm going to be completely honest. I had a sneaky feeling that it was Ireland though. Not Ireland as a whole, Irish. So I had a wee look on the Googles, and I discovered that they are indeed Irish. So they will be the Irish champions, whereas we're the Scottish champions. Our first ever Champions League game. And I'll let you listen to the anthem. Is brilliant. And I know don't usually show the team setups, but because it was our first ever Champions League game, I just thought I would. It's really cool to see all our players, you know, one involved in the Champions League and two having the wee Champions League ball on the sleeve as well. It's another one of the minor changes that they made. And it's one of the changes that when people make videos about FIFA, FIFA 19, that's one of the big changes they talk about. Oh, I say big changes, it's one of the main ones that gets brought up. It's always basically just that was there, the ball being there. But I just think it's quite cool. And I know it took 4 seasons to get here, but I mean, flying starts nearly went after a massive start, 8 minutes in, and Navarro hitting the side netting. Very close to going in. I'm pretty sure I wasn't even trying to go near post though. Like, I never go near post. No, well, I don't think I do anyway. I mean, I sometimes go near post, but you know, like a goal like this, switching it up to the back stick, kind of like right in the middle, to be honest. This one, keeper should have really been saving it, because well, as you see here, if it doesn't move, that's a save. Get a much better angle that I don't show because I'm a mug. Sibald hitting the bar. If that goes in, it's game over, I think. Because it's the Irish champions, and no disrespect to Ireland or Irish teams, but your league's no great. And well, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think you would even be close to the champions if it was in the SPL. Romano with some very nice skill here. Everything was brilliant now, except the final pass. And it's annoying because, you know, it could be 3-0 up here, but instead it's 1 each. Because an absolute blunder for Jack Hendry, and it's really strange to think, you know. I mean, I was going to say before the episode, I was thinking about it, it's just like, we have Jack Hendry in the Champions League, and we've made him decent. I mean, after a blunder like that, you can't really say that. But we go 2-1 up anyway. Martinez, there was almost an identical goal to the last one, actually, now that I think about it. 2 crosses, and I'm pretty sure we never even scored for crosses that often last season, and then we conceded again. It was basically right after we scored as well, which was a massive kick in the balls. So gutting. 2 each. We are technically ahead though on away goals. Just very tight. However, it was the away game, so we do have a chance at home. Tavares did go for $1 million. We got 725k worth of that. We've got a good amount of money now. So I paid a young man called Chancery his release clause of 3.6 million. Now, I know he's worth a lot more than that, because when I could actually see his overall and stuff, it said he was worth like 12 to 15 million. So I was like, right, even if he's shite and we pay 3.6 million for him, we can still make a massive profit on him, even if he's really poor. And he was asking for peanuts, like, look at 6.9k. I'm thinking, right, this is either he's really poor, and I don't mean in terms of money, I mean like in terms of quality, or he's just an idiot. So I gave him 10k and took away that I'm pretty sure it was an appearances bonus, and they agreed to it. And just like that, we have a 77 rated. He's a striker, but he plays left mid, and that's where I'm going to play him. And I know that's one of the Varro plays, but I'm going to move him out of the right, Chancellor on the left, Martinez and Morrison back up wingers, and hopefully we'll see a very, very powerful attack for this season to compete in the Champions League, hopefully get to the round 16 and stuff, getting into the knockout stages. Next episode, game against Motherwell. Chancellor is expected to make his debut, and as you can see, he's worth 10 million, so you know we could easily get about 15 million for him. He is expected to make his debut up against Motherwell, and I had Chancery for Aberdeen last season. He was absolutely brilliant, although I did play him up front. However, if you enjoyed the episode, leave a like, subscribe. My throat is dry for talking for this long, but I'll see you all next time.